My name is Nafisa.
My name is Nusrat.
My name is Karan Panchal.
And my name is Vishal.
Today we are going to present about cloud computing and key concept of cloud computing and what the advantages about the cloud computing in a business. So what is the cloud computing? Cloud computing is a huge data to delivery computer services like database, networking, software, analytical and intelligence. Over the world nowadays world are going a fast growth, so cloud computing is a resource to economic of the scale. So next, what another define to cloud computing, like instead of owning and maintaining physical data concerns of services, user can access and pay the resources on demand from cloud services provider, like for example Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud. So now we are moving a next slide is we are take for example Amazon. So what the get the services Amazon found by Jeff Bezos in 1994, and he is find a something in e-commerce and AI in cloud computing, and Amazon need to scalable flexible solution to meet growing and infrastructure demanding. You know that Amazon is the most cloud computing and most worldwide company. They are too much maintaining data, so they are use a cloud computing in Amazon services. Now my next group member explaining challenges and issues in cloud computing.
So, hi everyone. My name is Vishal. So, now let's talk about the challenges and issues in cloud computing. So, as you know, the risk is. So, at first, I would like to say, talk about the data breaches. Cloud computing services by nature store data. This is basically the cloud computing store their data by remotely. So, this makes them unstable to cyber attacks, resulting in breaches in sensitive information. Like an example will be the best. The hacker gains unauthorized access to cloud data, leading to potential misuses of business secrets to or customer personal information. So now let's talk about the loss of control. In business, relying on third-party cloud providers or for data storage or applications often lost direct control over their data. This can be problematic for compliance, security, and data management as well. So, if I give an example regarding loss of control, that would be if a cloud service provider experiences a downtime, security breach, the business might struggle recover critical data or operations. Now, let's talk about the ethical concerns. Cloud computing often multi-regional or cross-border data transfers. These make tech challenges comply with various national and international data potential as well. For an example, we can say CCPA, GDPR. That's it. So, Nafisa, could you please pass the slide for me? Thank you, Nafisa. So now, Nafisa and I already said that the uh, Amazon and the challenges. So now let's talk about some discussion about that. Amazon engineers identify recurring infrastructure there across their teams. They begin the building a reasonable internal cloud tool as well. So they know the market potential as well. So that's why they developed AWS, and AWS launching in 2006. So now I would like to pass the floor for Karan.
Karan, you need to on your microphone.
Yeah.
My name is Karan. Today I'm going to talk about how the Amazon implemented the cloud computing services in their AWS. So AWS was launched with E2C, EC2, which stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. So it provides such as virtual service to the cloud, and it was also launched with the S3. This stands for Simple Storage Cloud Services, and it is also useful for storing files and backup and media. So, so Amazon built one global. So Amazon has built one global cloud for which provides us the scalability and reliability. And moreover, Amazon has implemented more legal and financial operations for their team to like enhance the services of AWS. Moreover, now AWS has become one of the larger part of the Amazon itself. So AWS, so the Amazon's very big part of the revenue comes from the AWS. Now can we move to the next slide? So now we will talk about the advantages of cloud computing over traditional infrastructure. So so cloud computing has given us scalability. So in AWS, cloud computing uh, they can be the scalable, like they can store from 1000 GB, from 100 GB data to 1000 GB data. And this cloud computing model of AWS is very cost effective. So people can save and store their data in very cheaper rates. Moreover, it is very flexible for the customer to like access their data. They can access their data from wherever they want if they have the internet and proper setup. Moreover, if they lost their data in any disaster or uh, in any mishappen, so then they can recover their data very easily, and so it increases the reliability of the cloud computing. So now can we move to the next slide, please? So now we will discuss the cloud delivery models. So first is the infrastructure as a service. So in this, the Amazon provides us the infrastructure to like so AWS provides us the virtual computing infrastructure over the internet. So user can rent server, storage, and networking, uh, and for other files. Moreover, we have also platform as a service. So this platform as a service is an environmental for developers to like test, deploy, and uh, and debug the application without managing any infrastructure. So the example of this platform as a service are Google App Engine and AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Moreover, we also have software as a service. So in software as a service, cloud computing model works to deliver software applications over the internet. Typically these are the applications which we use on a subscription basis, like user accesses the software through the web browser. The example of this software as a service are Gmail, Microsoft 365, and Salesforce. Now, can we please move to the next slide?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Karan, for giving me this opportunity. I present this leveraging IAS for business advantage. Firstly, I present business case study, which is Amazon Web Services for starts off. Okay, then starts face significant challenges in managing limited budgets and scaling operation rapidly and maintaining a relatable IT infrastructure. Okay, then when we researched, we see that there have a lot of benefits using AWS. First of all, we saw that cost saving. Which is pay as you go pricing allowed Snapfeed to avoid large upfront investment. Okay, then AWS free trial helped minimize initial experimentation and deployment expenses. Secondly, we saw that flexibility, which is easy intention with third party tools and APS. Then we saw that scalability, which is infrastructure automatically compensates and fit uses times. Can you, Nafisa, can move next slide, which name is cloud deployment model. We saw that firstly we present public cloud, which is cloud infrastructure which is owned and operated by third party and providers and shared among multiple organizations. We can when we researched, I said that they have a lot of key characteristics, which is shared resources accessible via the internet, and they have lots of example, which is Amazon Web Services and Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud Platform. Second is private cloud, which is cloud infrastructure is exclusively used by a single organization. Before they have also a lot of key characteristic hosted on premises by a third party. Then we saw that hybrid cloud also is combines public and private cloud environments to enable data and application portability. They also have their example is Microsoft Azure FIC and AWS Outsports. Then we saw that community cloud, which is shared infrastructure for a specific community. Nafisa, can you move next slide? We saw that leveraging private cloud for business advantages. Firstly, we saw that enhanced security and privacy. Which is firstly we discussed private cloud is dedicated to single organization and offering better control of our data security and compliance. Second is customizable infrastructure or customization infrastructure, which is organization can design and their cloud stay set up based on unique and requirements. And then which is example is for performance, storage and security. Next is improved performance, which is easier to meet industry specifically regulatory requirements. They have a lot of regular requirements, which example is which example in finance and healthcare. Or Nafisa can move next slide. I want to give this slide is maybe Bishal Boshu. Can you
Thank you,
please?
Nusrat. Yeah, sure. Thank you, Nusrat. So now I would like to talk about the business using cloud computing case study. So here I choose two of the example case study. One is Netflix and another one is the Dropbox. So now let's talk about how I face some challenges in Netflix. So basically, as a leading streaming service company of Netflix depends on their cloud to deliver its content to millions of users globally. Their primary cloud provider is AWS, but they face issues like service outages and latency. So, but they have some benefits as well. So now let's talk about the benefits. The one more benefits I think is stability. Netflix can easily scale their infrastructure during periods of high demand, like new series releases or major sporting events, so they can reach the global as well. So now let's talk about Dropbox and the cloud storage. Uh, so as I already mentioned, that I have faced some issues in Dropbox as well. Though the challenges I saw in the case study, the Dropbox, a cloud storage provider, and faces security and privacy challenges in their sensitive data stored by users. The company needs to ensure their cloud storage system to protect their breaches as well. So yeah, so that's all from my side. So now I would like to continue the rest of the slide to Nafisa. She will continue the uh, rest of the slide. Thank you.
Thank you, Visal, to everyone to explain all the cloud computing and what the advantages and what disadvantages for the business. Now we are moved to the conclusion and end of the presentation. We see that what we are cover in a presentation. So we cover AWS Amazon infrastructure problem. So we need to improve the inner systems, inner services. So we suggested that what we need to do the next moment, and like you need to cloud computing leader worldwide. We need to improve our cloud computing structures, and what to think about challenges to need to face businesses. So now real world application and challenges business face with the cloud computing technologies. Now my group member talk about all of the things to in presentation. So we see that the case study also explain that what we need to do that. So now we have a references put it here where we get the information for all of them and Amazon, and why we are choose the Amazon. You need to see that. So this is our presentation, and then thank you for that, all for your
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.